Wow. Who knew that there would be blood on this bloody handprint over here? And hello! Welcome back, everybody! We're currently in case number 5 of the very first game. We got into the evidence room, and now we have some suspicious bloody handprints to look at. We put together a jar. All sorts of stuff is happening today. Look at this weird-ass jar. Shall we check it out? It looks like there's more blood prints on it. More splattered blood. Hey, look! They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This bug looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. It might be when the blood got on it. Months, you say, but that case was 2 years ago. This is a very weird looking jar, though. So this one, this handle's broken off. This one is missing entirely. What the hell even is this? Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Maybe it's like a light fixture or something? Maybe you put something through it instead. Maybe it's just a it's just decor. Maybe there's no purpose to it. There's definitely some suspicious blood on it, though. Interesting. I guess we can't do much of anything else right now, can we? So if the crime happened over here, if you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. Why are some of the pieces missing? And doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. What is this red paint up here? Or orange paint, I guess? Look, this one's open! And the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Maybe the jar was in there. Well, here's what I think we should do. Let's go ahead and take our bottle, and we're gonna start spraying it everywhere. Wow. Who knew that there would be blood on this bloody handprint over here? I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please, you have to help me when they come take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. So, is Gumshoe saying that this is his locker or this is his handprint? What are we talking about here? Also, if this is a handprint, and you need someone's right hand in order to open a locker. So if we get a sample of the thumbprint or finger or whatever, we can figure out whose handprint this is. We know of a couple people who have hand injuries. Who could they be? I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Really? There's nothing on the ground? Oh, look at all this blood over here. Let's investigate. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. If that's a massive pool of blood, we can see whose blood that is. But also, didn't it say that our victim bled to death? If they lost a lot of blood here, never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was an alien. I'm so good at this game. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Nothing else? Is that all there is out here? Oh, look at that! Whose hand is this? Why make any reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal! What? This? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Very interesting. Nothing on the wall either. So two bloody handprints, one big old pool of blood. Is that rough on your eyes too, or is it just me? So whose locker is this then? Maybe... I keep forgetting his name. Goodman. Maybe if Goodman was here... If Goodman was actually here and he got stabbed and that's his blood, maybe his handprints? Maybe it's not his handprint though. It's gotta be someone else's handprint, right? It could be Meekins, suspected of killing Goodman in the evidence room. So we'd be able to see. Wounded on her right hand. Okay, so her right hand is injured, but also his right hand is injured. Or maybe it's his left hand. Is his left hand injured? Should I go see him again? Maybe whoever's handprint it was, they put their hands on the locker. So if someone using luminol fluid would see, oh, there's a handprint here. Maybe this is a clue. Maybe this is the person who committed a crime in this room. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. No, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. So there's blood there. Allow me to say one thing. The detective knows nothing. Okay, fine, whatever. He knows nothing. Bruce Goodman. So who were the other numbers then? That's gonna be the real question. Also 777, that's pretty suspicious. What are the other numbers on here? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors! So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number! It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Whoa. That's big news. What are you doing, Edgeworth? Why would Edgeworth have come into the evidence room? I didn't mean to present this. I didn't mean to present it again. I was trying to check it. There we go. So we're just trying to figure out who the other people are. I imagine that the bottom one has to be Officer Meekins. I'm just gonna present everything. Goodman's note and a switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know? 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from the case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. That's the photo that Miss Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. How old are they? So she's 31, and he's 30. Okay. So they're around the same age. Maybe they were in school together. 16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. Nothing. I'm just pretending everything. You never know, you might get some good info. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. Nothing. This is my crowning achievement! My masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony. But there were other people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the blue badger away for a while. Oh, they said it was something shameful or something like that. Shameful! I toiled night and day. I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. What did he say for the rest of this? Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show that to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. He doesn't care. I'm reading all 3 Phoenix Wright games. Good God, the stories really hit you. I was really intrigued with the previous case where Edgeworth was the defendant. Like, there's no way he did it. We have to prove his innocence, but Jesus. See, that's a good story right there. You get invested. This case, I don't really care who did it. I just want to win. Investigator's ID card. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should get BID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. What? Why does he want the shield thing? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure that's like everybody. He's kind of an asshole. A little bit. Miles Edgeworth. 1712. 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. How is he not a suspect so far, though? How is he not a suspect? Whatever. I think I've presented everything else, though. February 21st, between 4 and 5:30 p.m. 4.5-inch knife, a single stab wound was found. Is that all we're gonna get out of you right now? Can we talk some more? The SL9 incident? Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and it started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? I don't know who's talking anymore. Well, we gotta move somewhere else. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Bro, do you know anything about this? The sheriff's back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. He has nothing to say about this evidence, though. What about this? Nothing? I'm just presenting all the new evidence to everyone that I come across. I think maybe we should, shall we go back to the detention center, perhaps? Sir? Okay, so your left hand is injured. That's interesting. Why is his left hand injured here? I thought something was kind of suspicious. Can we present something new to you? Yeah, we should probably see if we can visit... What's his face again? Oh, I didn't mean to present that, damn it. Name Bruce Goodman. 5. They started the type of 9, but they were like, wait, no, that's not right. Lost item report. I wonder what's missing. Obviously. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? How do you not know what that is? Is your ID on there, sir? How do you have nothing to say about this? He's got nothing to say, does he? Alright, well how about you move to the office up here? Nothing? He's still not here? Still not here, is he? It's quiet. I don't like how quiet it is in here. What is going on in here today? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know! The killer used a cassette tape! What a crafty trick! That gunshot was a fake! This is good. No one will expect a cassette tape in this day and age. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Still? On company time! But it's only a partial print, isn't it? I'm gonna try and figure this out. What haven't we done yet? Oh, yeah, see, there we go. Okay, so that is Gumshoe's locker right there. So I could have sworn that I saw that there was an open locker. So he's got a jacket and a photo of some woman on there. They look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handle. See? The handles? Other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, bzap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. Pay attention to who that is. Alright, we're still trying to figure out what the hell to do here, though. So I'm on the verge of asking for help on what to do next in the investigation here. Do I need to present a certain bit of evidence to someone? Do I need to start a new conversation topic with someone? I feel like I've presented everything already to these guys. I don't see anything to talk about. Nothing to talk about with you either. We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. You're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake. See? Did you check the floor of the evidence room? I did check it, but I can check it again. I'm not asking for help exactly. I'm just saying I'm on the verge of it, so feel free to have it on the ready if I'm ready to ask for help. Actually, hold on. What was the other option on there? Detention center. Do I have anything to present to him? Oh, I forgot about the noise. Oh no. My head was blank until this very moment, but I remember now. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir, that's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this one a little deeper. Maybe this is what I need to do. Well, I just want to make progress. I'm gonna go ahead and issue a persnickety. If anybody knows who I'm supposed to talk to, like what room I should go to, any evidence that I should present. Because I'm gonna do trial and error. Otherwise. There's a glass barrier. You shut up. I like spraying the glass. It needs to be cleaned. Because I'll just move my magnifying glass around until it's solid yellow without a check mark. Because then at least I know that's something new to look at. There's not really anything else that's new to look at though. You have a list of ID numbers. I do. So we have Edgeworth and Goodman. But we can't visit Edgeworth because he's not at his office. Yes, the persnickety still stands right now because I'm not entirely sure what to do right now. Ash on the floor seems odd. I mean, I've tried to look at it, but I can't move my cursor below the text box right here. This is as low as it'll go. And it doesn't show up on this screen either. Let's move to the High Prosecutor's office. He's not here. Should I examine everything again? Nothing new to examine. I hope I didn't break the game, because that would suck. I hope I didn't break anything. I want to spray. There we go. Oh, wait, didn't I already do this? I could have sworn I sprayed everywhere. Oh my god, we finally found something. I'm just gonna spray everything except for that section of floor. Did I not already spray the floor? I sprayed everything else. What is going on? We finally have some progress, everyone. There's finally some progress. Here we go. What? It looks like some blood has dripped down here. Judging by the amount, my guess it's from a nosebleed. A nosebleed? Maybe in his wrath? Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence. Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Well, now what? For the record, all the things you need to do in the evidence room for Gumshoe to leave are examine the rubber glove. Didn't I do that? Examine the jar fragments. Maybe the glove, maybe I didn't do yet. But I'm pretty sure I looked over it, didn't I? I'm so confused. Why is everything not going my way? How about this? Maybe I didn't do that? Examine. Apparently this is the one thing I was missing. Well, here we go. Someone left a glove here, but only one. SL911. Interesting. Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
You suck.
Thank you, I deserve that, Digital Smith. But hey, we finally got something. There you go, pal. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove added to the court record. Extremely thin rubber glove. Well, there we go. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day. What the hell is that? What am I looking at? The gumshoe strikes me as a golden retriever or a cinnamon roll type. It might help, you know? Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. I think we can finally move on. Oh my god, that took way too long. We're about to have an ad break. To the underground parking lot. Move to the High Prosecutor's office. Here we go. Need to trim those claws. I think so. Hi! You're very cute, but please get off my desk. Oh, big girl. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's office. Room 1202. What is the bellboy doing here? Why are you here, dude? Ah, yes. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. He's here, finally. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. You brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him. I'm so glad we can finally do something else. I missed one tiny little freaking glove, but whatever, it's fine. Inquiry committee. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. I want to check something. I missed the glove! SL911. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What are we playing a world? What, are we playing a word game now? Shay? So this is a glove for... Oh, my camera. What have you done? You flipped my camera around. She messed everything up. I guess we need to present some stuff, don't we? Edgeworth? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. And now we're back to presenting every bit of evidence we can, because why the hell not? Did you really park your car 3 minutes before the murder? Apparently this is evidence. I shouldn't have skipped it. That's my bad. Should not have skipped it. No, I shouldn't have skipped that at all. Hopefully I can present it again. I'm gonna present it again. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you're on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You were the man who reviewed the worst enemy of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. I'm just presenting everything. You never know, you might find something. Whole lot of nothing so far. So this is the same text we're getting from the other note. Right, please, I'm the prosecutor. There we go. I thought it was gonna be something different. For once. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why? Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? A screwdriver. AI-16. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. Is that the one from that with the pink-haired lady in her hotel room? Is that where the bellboy is here? And everything wraps up so nicely together, don't they? But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what the kind of that case was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's brought back to his office by Gant's request. That has to be the same screwdriver from the pink-haired lady case, right? Having to do with Mia's murder? Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. I'm gonna show him everything. I don't care. They did give me something good. What about this rubber glove? Fits like a glove. He still gave me evidence, even though I didn't have to. I guess we can talk. Sir? Allegations of forgery? The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago then, too? He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why Deputy Chief of Police was on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than usual. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you are still studying forensic science... Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. But for me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting set recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. You mean on the mascot? I was like, what the hell do we do with that? Let's see. I wonder. So it's just the bottle of stuff. So she's not even here, is she? So I guess what we can do is we can go to the police department. I guess maybe I need to examine the handprint on here. Let's say he's dancing. Rubs it out on his face. Wait, what, Sandrick? What are you talking about? Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. I guess there's nothing we can do here, is there? But whose handprint is that? They're refusing to let me do anything about it. Man, no one is here, are they? Here we go. Evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger! I guess we'll choose this one. The thing is, there's a slight smudge right here. I think this is the clearest print. So let's go with this one. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. I'm starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With blah. See? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. So is this what we're doing? So I have to lay it on thick, do I? Ha! You did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood? Like this spot right here? Oh, that's damning, isn't it? Look at that. I guess I have to keep laying it on, don't I? Alright, fine, I'll lay it on nice and thick. You can't see anything anymore. I feel like this is a waste of powder though, isn't it? Are you happy with that? It was a former bailiff, he had no prints. Yay! A print is so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So, we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on the evidence locker? That looks pretty close, doesn't it? Gumshoe? Yeah, I think it's Gumshoe. It was Mia! Match found! Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. I mean, that's his locker. So, like, why wouldn't it belong to him? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. You mean over here? This is where we got a luminol refluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Let's check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in the area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand? I'm not seeing any right now. This is such a waste of powder, though. Holy crap. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. No, so maybe the thumb? Right here, I guess? This isn't the same finger though, is it? Well, that's actually pretty clear though, not gonna lie. Gotta keep laying it on though. That looks pretty good. But now I have to match it up again. But that's the thing, right? This looks like it matches pretty well. Just at a weird angle. Comparison complete. No match found. Okay. I didn't look at anything else. I can see what's clearly not a match, though. Jake Marshall. That's gotta be it, right? This is it. This is definitely it. It did say something about Jake Marshall being involved somehow. Hey! These fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is this someone I know? It's... Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. Found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma? This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Why is this so hard to believe? To be continued! We're finally moving on, aren't we? Ba-doo-doo-boo-doo-doo. I gotta save over this. Well, there we go. We finally made it through the day 2 investigation. And I guess the next thing that we do is going to be the trial. So that's going to be fun. We have so much more new evidence. We're going to present it all. It's going to be good. Thank you so much for watching so far. I'll see you next time. Yay!